guys, and welcome back to the channel. Hope so, guys, you are doing well and fine, and everything will be okay. Welcome to another course. This course is about to the computer network and data communication. That is in short form. That is called the CNDC or CDCN. Also, both are the same names. We will talk about the computer networks and their communication, how the computer communicates with each other. So this is a proper course. Okay, I will keep uploading the videos until this course finish. So a simple request to you guys, if you are new to my channel, kindly do like, subscribe and share. Let's talk about the data communication and computer networks. This is a popular and world demanding course. Now we are digitalizing everything. We are living in the era of the technology where everything is connected to the internet, and without internet we cannot exchange our informations, we cannot exchange or send or receive the messages. Okay, we or simple you can say we cannot connect with the world. So in order to study the networks, in order to study the computers, okay, we need to understand what is the network, what are the computers, how the data communicates with each other. So data communication refers, okay, to the transmission of the digital data. When you are exchanging the data between the two devices, that is called the data communication. Data in simple word, we know data is some raw factual figure. It contains your files, it contains your pictures, the videos, and like this stuff. But communication means when you are communicating, and you know very well the communication requires at least two-person. Same like when we talk about the machine, if the machine wants to communicate, at least two or more than two machines are required to communicate. So how they are communicating? Through a network. A network is required to communicate with each other. So communication, when they are communicating, when they are exchanging their files, when they are exchanging their images, or when they are exchanging their softwares, okay, these are about to the data. This is data communicate. This is how your data communicate. Okay, so network, what is a network? A network, you say, that allows the computer to exchange this data, okay, to other computers. Okay, we have the various type of the networks. We have the wireless and we have the wired also. Mm, cables sometimes we are using for transferring the data, and we also using that is called the wireless technology. You know very well that wireless is what, like your Wi-Fi. This is also a network. Wireless fidelity, this is a wireless network. And if you are using the broadband connection, the wired connection, okay, what is a wired connection? The wire which you are plug in your laptop, okay, in order to, what is it called, in order to connect with each other, okay, in order to connect your pcs to that one. So this is about to that one. So network is this one. Okay, so this, inshallah, this course we will cover up to the computer network and data communication, the various things. We will talk about the IPs, we will talk about some CMD type of things, command prompt, chat. We will talk about how the packets works, how the packet transfers. We will inshallah talk about the OSI model, TCP. We will talk about some internet protocols. So these stuff. So let's talk about some things. How, what is the importance of the network? Network is a word demanding course, as I said before. Okay, we are now moving to the networks. Okay, everything now, everything we are buying, either it's a machine, either it's computer, either it's a kitchen accessories, all containing at least some digitalized things. Okay, let's say now the washing machines which we are using, it also contains some digital devices. So it means that if we guess that in the next coming years, it is might be possible. There is a feasibility that every device will must have a internet, and when they have the internet, so they will communicate with each other. So technology makes our life very very easy. So we are talking about the network engineers. What are the network engineers? This is a very specialized field in the networks. Network, you say, is a very very vast field. Okay, if you go in the networks, then you have a lot of opportunities. You have a remote based job and a lot of stuff. So network engineer is what which you say integrates your networks, or which develops your networks. Okay, These are the various kinds of works that network engineers will do. So this course is about to the internet first. So we will talk about the internet. What is the internet? Internet, we know it's actually global. Okay, it's a global network. It's a global platform. Okay, in which various computers are interconnected with each other through internet. Various computers are communicating with each other. So this is a concept of the internet. Millions of connected computing devices. Host is actually your end system, your PC, laptop, what you are using. This is your host. Running apps, communication links. We talk about this course is about the communication, how the data flows. So communication, we have the various. I told you we have the wireless technology and we have the wired technology as well. So fiber, copper, radio, satellite radio. You know very well these are the wireless. Okay, wireless technologies. While if we talk about the fiber, copper, okay, these are the wired technologies. Transmission rate, bandwidth. Okay, this is about to the network speeds, how the networks. And we remember there is one important term which I need to show you and which I need to define you, that is called the packets. We remember the packet is a very packet term is will be used in this course. The packets means the data. Packets consist of the data. Okay, when we talk about the data, we when we talk about the data, I will often call the packet. The packet is moving from one place to another, and when the packet is moving, it means that chunk of data is moving between the routers and the switches. So this course is might be interesting for you if you want to become or if you want to go in the network field. This course will really help you to go. Okay, so some fun and internet appliances. We talk about the IPFIC picture frames. Okay, we have the internet refrigerators now, the technology which we are using, you know very well. We have the washing machines. Okay, we have the TV, automatic TV control. Okay, instead for this one we are using the cars. Okay, that contains your devices. Okay, that contains the monitor. It's also consists of the IPs. Okay, without, we know very well, without IPs the computer cannot communicate. So IPs must be required, internet phone. So all about this fun. Okay. So if we talk about the internet, we know very well now the population for this world and globe is about if about 7 billion population. 7 billion population round above, and we have a limited number of the IPs. So the IP version which we are using, that is called IP version 4, but now the engineer and the scientists work on the IP version 6 and up to so on, because we have a very limited IPs and the world's population is gradually increasing. So we need to take the IPs, we need to take the more IPs in order to connect the other devices. Scientists are still working on this. So internet nuts and bolts view. Internet, I've already told you, consists of the networks, interconnected ISPs. ISP stands for internet service provider. Okay, that actually provides you the internet to communicate with the other computers. This course is particularly consists of the protocols. Protocols are the very important. Okay, they are receiving and sending controls. Okay, whenever you are sending or receiving a message, you use the protocols. Some famous protocols I have written, that is a TCP, IP, HTTP, Skype. These are the some protocols. TCP, transmission control protocol. IP, internet protocol. HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol. So these are the very important protocols, and our course consist of TCP, IP, okay, and HTTP also. So these are some famous protocols we will use. We will also talk about the FPS file protocol system. Okay, so these type of things. So internet standards, request for commands. We have the organization which handles the networks and which provide the IPs, that is called the Internet Engineering Task Force, IETF. And we will talk about infrastructure that provides services to the application, web, email, games, commerce. This is all about the networks. Provide programming interfaces. Host allows how your packets or messages moving from one PC to another and how it opens in the same browser. So this all about postal services. So let's talk about the protocol. Protocol is what you can say that protocol is actually a format. Okay, it's actually a format, okay, in which how you receive or you send messages. Okay, it's actually a way of communication. In simple words, if I talk about, let's say, what is a human protocol. Let's say if I say that what is your country, and you say, yeah, my country is Pakistan. So this is the protocol. This is a human protocol that how we are communicating. Let's say I'm introducing myself. Okay, my name is this and I'm living this and my age is this. Let's say this is the human. This is how human communicates with each other. But when we talk about the networks protocols, that how machine they communicates, they use a protocol. Okay, machine rather than humans, all communication actively internet governed by protocols. So protocols actually handles, they are the way of communication, how these two computers or more than two computers will communicate each other. That is the actually concept of the IP, internet protocol. So they use the internet protocols in order to communicate. If let's say I have the laptop and I want to communicate, let's say, with another laptop that is, let's say, outside of my country, okay, or somewhere in the world. If I want to communicate with that computer, my laptop must have a IP, and that laptop or that PC must have a IP. When they both IP have, then I will communicate with that one. Okay, so these are very important. Protocols are very important. Without protocols, without IPs, computer couldn't communicate with each other. So protocols already defined is a format or is a order that how you send and receive messages. Okay, human protocol and a computer network protocol. Let's understand this one. Let's say one human is said hi, and the response come from the other man that I'm fine, or hi, same to you. Now these when they introduce with each other, these two humans, they will start communicating. Same procedure will apply in the computer network protocols. Let's say your computer send a TCP connection request. TCP is actually a protocol that is called the transmission control protocol, and it's a very reliable. Okay, so we will talk about later in depth that what is the TCP, what is the HTTP, and what is the IP. Same protocols. UDP, we have the very famous protocol that is user datagram protocol. Okay, so TCP connection request to the servers and the response will come. Then let's say user searches some website, let's say youtube.com, and the response will come back to the machine. So this is how your protocols will work. Protocols, your laptop sends a request to the server. Let's say you have typed on the Google that's http www.youtube.com, and when you send the request to the server will returns you the result. The server, if your request was successful, the server will returns the YouTube homepage it to you. So this is how your network protocols works. This is how your request response works. You request something. We remember when we are talking about the protocols and when we are talking about the request response cycle. So you requesting something, you are requesting, let's say you type on the Google that images, let's say any random images you type, or you say that images of United Kingdom, you just search on the Google. So you request the server that show me the images that all are related to the United Kingdom. And if server founds your request successful, he or and the server will actually respond you. Okay, the server respond you and show you this all images that are related to the United Kingdom. So this all about to the request response. Then we have some roadmap. What is the internet? These all things we discussed before, so no need to go more. Okay, network edges, host, client and servers. We know client and server. If I talk about my computer, laptop, this laptop is the host, and I am the client. I am the browser. Okay, which sends the request to the server. Server is, be remember, when we are sending request, this request goes to the server and that server actually replies. We are the client, the browser which we are using, this is the client, and the client sends a request to the server and server actually responds. In response, the server shows you the some pages or some images which you want, which you requested. So servers often in data centers, we know that our all data goes to the servers, and that server stores our data in the data centers, and that data center stores the data in the cloud, and that is actually the concept of the cloud computing. So access networks and physical media, we talk about the wired and the wireless technologies, network core, interconnected routers and network of networks. When we talk about the internet, we might be familiar and we must be familiar, sorry. We must be familiar with the router and the switches, because the communication is all about on the router and the switches, and we must be understand with this one what are the routers and what are the switches. So assess network and the physical media, that how to connect and system to the router edge, residential across nets, institution access. These are all the things. Okay, how your routers comes, how your routers provides you the internet. Actually, it carries the signals from the towers. Okay, and then this type of stuff. Okay, institution networks. Then that, let's say your if I talk about, you have one, let's say tower, and that towers is generating signals, and your routers actually catches the signals, and then how you use the internet, then that actually from the routers you use the switches, and switches actually provide there is one switch, okay, that switch actually gives you the internet to the all lab. Let's say you have a lab of the 50 computers, and once the router is you say when the router is catching the signals, and that routers with the router, after the router you use the switches, and that actually switch provides you the all the wires or the wireless, okay, which you connect to the computer in order to communicate. So keep in mind the bandwidth actually is called the speed of the internet, bits per second of accessing network, shared or dedicated. Okay, let's talk about this one. Okay. Accessness Digital Subscriber Line, DSL line. This is called the Digital Subscriber Line. Okay, use existing telephones line to the central office, that is called the DSLAM. This is actually the concept of the telephone. Okay, how your telephone works. Data over DSL phone line goes to the internet. Voice over DSL line goes to the net phone. If it is less than 2.5 Mbps upstream, typically rate. Okay, this actually talk about the transmission rates. Okay, if the speed is this, then how your line is words. Okay, what how many bits per second is required to communicate. So this is about to the telephones, how your telephones works. Okay, so access net cable network, this is about the frequency division multiplexing, and this is how this is a all method frequency distribution division multiplexing, sorry. We are now working on the time division multiplexing, and this is an other concept, that how different channels transmitted different frequency bands. Okay, the actually frequency division, that every customer or every guy have allotted some time. Okay, no, sorry, in frequency we are reducing the frequency, the noise, we want to reduce the noise in our line. So this is we are working on the frequency division multiplexing cable handed. This picture, you know, it's everything is clear to you, how your modem through cable modem, how your transmission works. Access cable network, HFC, hybrid, fiber coax, okay, asymmetric, and everything transmission rate is everything is present. That how your internet service providers, these are actually the internet service providers which actually provides you the cable, and that cable you actually provide it to all the computers, as you see CMTS, cable modem transmission system, sorry, termination system. This ISP, that is the internet service provider, actually gives you the cable modem, and that cable modem is actually you provides all the connection to the all computers, as you see. So data TV transmission at different frequencies over shared cables, okay, networks, home share access network to cable handed, like you are installing a system, or you are installing a network in your house. So you might be need the router. Okay, once you need the router, that if you have a wireless router, that router automatically generates the signals, and if the let's say you are using the router, and router generates the signals, and that signals your mobile catches, and this is how you connect to the network. This is how. Actually, your mobile also contains some signal machine. So once you open the Wi-Fi and once you search on it, that signal matches and you find the network. Once you find the network, you just click on it, give the password, and you connect to that network. So this is how your wireless technology works. But if you are not using the wireless technology, let's say you are using the wired technology, so you have the modem and you have one wire. So once you connect that wire into the modem, and when the wire connects with the computer, so this is how you connect with the computer. So this is how you connect with the internet. So this is actually the whole story behind these networks. So guys, this is all about the access net cable networks we talk about. This is actually the introductory lecture which we talk about that what is the importance of this computer networks and data communication. We talk about the DSLs, that digital subscriber line, how it is works. It actually all works on the DSL modem. Then we talk about the physical media. Okay, we remember the networks are considered of the medium. Medium plays a very important role for the networks. If your medium is good, then your line will be good, then your network will be good, then your transmission rate, then your speed, all things are good. So then we talk about the network edges, wireless and wired technology, and we also went over to the internet protocols. Protocols, what is the protocols? What are the human protocols, and what is the difference between the computer and machine protocols in human? Okay, so this is about the brief history which brief things which I explained it to you, that computer networks and how the computer networks communicate with each other. I hope so guys you like this video. If you like this video, kindly do like, subscribe and share. This is a very interesting course. I hope so you like this video. Thank you and meet you next video. Keep learning and keep exploring.